Now, the Sunshine building is a modular building. If you look carefully at this drawing, you'll see that it's made of quite a number of pieces, almost identical. The only change is the angle of the corridor in each piece. Now, these are all built at ground level, which saves tremendously in the cost of constructing the building and also in the effort required to construct it. Now, each of the modules, which is about 120 square meters, or enough for two studios, two big studios, or a family dwelling, each of the modules is cast at ground level, and it can be done. There's a big mold which has to be assembled. It can be done by a team of 2 or 3 men, so with a crane. So we have here a building, a huge building, can be constructed by a very small crew, or if you have a very large crew, it can be literally thrown up almost overnight. And the wonderful thing about it is the cost. This is probably the lowest price construction ever conceived for a dwelling, even cheaper than the 2x4 gimcrack housing, which is used, for example, in the States. This is rock bottom cost. Notice, too, the building has a large atrium inside, and the sunlight gets in there. So during the cold months, it absorbs the sunlight, acts as a kind of radiator, and you can put, of course, doors or windows at each end, and even create above the train track or the canal or whatever an interior playground for all the children and the inhabitants of the building. Now, you'll notice there's no walls at all, and that's because it's a systems building. The walls are all movable. And as a result, you can change the size of your apartment when your kids move out or when you get a bigger family. And also, you can even have half of your apartment on one side of the building and half on the other, so that you get sunshine all day long. So it's very flexible. This has been used a lot in office buildings for a century now, but never really applied to dwellings. So here you have a systems building, and in the summer you have great terraces. You pull your walls back and use a lot of the apartment as a terrace outdoors. And then in the cold months, you push the wall out and create a total huge inner space, and the terrace has been removed completely. So these buildings, too, one other advantage of the Sunshine building is, since it's a kind of systems building, you can go on growing it, just adding to one end. You can keep a crew working, and, for example, if you have a homeless problem or whatever, or need an inexpensive dwelling for the influx of tourists that you're going to get in Greece with the strategy, then this is the solution.